Oklahoma City landed the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Dallas right now in the middle of a road trip. The questions are circulating about them right now, starting the season 0-5. Very rough go.
You know, right now, Dallas, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
I don't think there's any one thing that's going to suddenly solve all these problems, but the number one thing is just to relax. They're trying so hard to right the ship, and you can see how much it's affecting their play. You can't be thinking and playing at the same time.
And before the game gets started, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Rick Carlisle. David.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David. In a rivalry game here, Brent, between these two conference foes, we could see tempers flare in this one.
What always starts a rivalry, Kevin? Is it familiarity with one another?
I think so, sure. The more you play, the more you know.
Yep, well, we got that here tonight. So these guys don't like one another. We're going to see how tense this game is. We'll have a good gauge on the temperature of these teams.
Familiarity is a big word in these kind of matchups.
It is. It's a lot of syllables, too.
Yeah, a lot of vowels. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Curry. Then it's Matthews. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Curry passes to Nowitzki. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Oklahoma City. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And a lot of people thought they were the favorites going into that one, but ended up being a much tougher game than most anticipated, and they just fell short.
Dallas moving it around. And Matthews gets it to go. On defense, Dallas. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Here's Bogut following the score by Oklahoma City. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Adams. It's Westbrook with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, it's funny, when Russell slows down, he gets a little more crafty with his moves and his pacing, leaving the defense right there helpless.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Nowitzki a screen. Barnes kicks to Nowitzki. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor, he's checked in for Adams. Laverne comes in for Sabonis. Grant, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Abrinas subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And that one falls for Nowitzki.
And with Dirk Nowitzki setting screens in the pick and pop and Coach Rick Carlisle's schemes, the Mavericks always have the foundation for a terrific offense.
And the Mavericks with great ball movement and player movement, and they limit the turnovers.
Yeah, a disciplined group. They have a clear concept of what they're trying to do, and one of the top teams in the league in terms of catch and shoot attempts. They keep it moving side to side, and the players off the ball stay in constant motion.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
Well, he entered the league as a great free throw shooter. Westbrook now gets there a ton.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. And if you're debating the most explosive athlete in the NBA today, Russell Westbrook has got to be in that conversation. Brent, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's got to be right there at the top of that list, and it's his motor that really puts him over the top. I mean, he's all over the place, offensively, defensively, gambling in the backcourt, running out in transition. Tremendous fire in Russell Westbrook's game.
And that one is good.
And given that Laverne is almost 7 feet tall, it's no surprise that he uses his length once he's deep down on the inside.
Powell dishes to Matthews. They set the screen. Jumper off the screen. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Matthews has got 5 points so far.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
And he's not a guy you can give open looks to. The D has to be better. Got to learn a lesson there.
Now, here's Grant. 9-point game his last outing. 6 on the shot clock. From beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hand.
And that does it for the first quarter. Thunder lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
Well, they've carved out a nice little advantage here, really by dictating the pace early on.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Harrison Barnes, also Bogut out there. Curry is out there with Anderson, and it's Gibson in at the 1. Now, here's Grant. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Adams' shot is off.
And you look at the Thunder last season, they were slept on as a contender for the title. Warriors and Spurs, very, very good, but in the same conference. Might have helped the Thunder to stay focused and fly under the radar just a little bit more.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know that the Thunder hired Billy Donovan as its new head coach. In his 2 decades at the University of Florida, he led them to 2 national titles with players like Al Horford and Joakim Noah. A defensive-minded coach, he's developed into a great offensive mind. Fellas, that's what he's trying to bring to OKC. Moving the floor, as he calls it. Creating space for their great scorers to operate.
Ball movement, player movement. That's where the league is going, DA. Thanks. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And usually the Thunder are favorites to go deep, and that's exactly what they did last year, all the way to the Western Conference Finals.
Well, you look at what Westbrook represented in Oklahoma City over the past 5 or 6 seasons, and there's no doubt with that kind of talent, you're going to have a chance every year, Kevin, to make a deep push.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
A shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Gibson. 26 points for him last game against Orlando. Bogut back up on top. Shot clock at 6. Curry kicks to Bogut. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. When you look around, we see a lot more face-up power forwards than in decades past. That's what teams are looking for, wouldn't you say?
I'd say teams are looking for, Kevin, guys who at the 4 and 5 spot can help a team move the ball from strong side to weak side, be able to read some defenses, make proper passes, and then set screens and be a presence on the roll. That's absolutely at the 4 and 5 spot what teams are trying to find today.
But you think players now, Brent, are smarter than they were coming in?
I don't know how to check the report cards, Kevin. No, the players, because of their versatility, and I think growing up not playing back to the basket and being asked to do a lot more things that require guard skills when they come into the game and coaches are asking them to do these things, they're more than capable of doing them. The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
Here's Kristen, defended by Gibson. And the 3-ball is good. Roberson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
Well, the outside shot still a whip, a work in progress, but the team needs Robertson to hit these to keep the floor spaced.
Gibson passes to Anderson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. All sorts of time. And Roberson pulls it down. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Here's Gibson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Two shots.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Westbrook. There's the 3. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Thunder out in front, leading by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there, and Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
An aerial view of downtown as we return you to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, with the Great Plains stretching off in the distance. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Steven Adams with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, is there a shot down there that he didn't show them? I'm not sure. Let's see if the D can make some adjustments here as we start the third quarter.
Mavericks trail by 5. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Oladipo, the athletic backcourt duo. Sabonis is out there with Roberson, and it's Adams in at the 5. The Thunder shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. And Wes Matthews last summer coming off surgery to repair a torn Achilles tendon. Frank, were you surprised to see the Mavericks laid out 4 years and $70 million under those circumstances?
A bit of a gamble, but with the technology of recovery today, they had to feel pretty confident. And one of the toughest, most dedicated players we have in our league, they said if anyone could come back from this, it would be him.
Here's Roberson after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, it seems at times that Russell Westbrook can put up a triple-double at will. But he said, everybody thinks that I care about numbers and things like that, but I really don't. I don't think about who shoots, how many times they shoot. That really doesn't matter to me. I just like to win. All that matters is if we win. Kevin?
XD8, one of the most competitive players in the NBA. The Thunder leading by 6. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Oladipo for 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, sometimes when you're that wide open, you start to overthink it, and it looks like that's what he did there.
Curry kicks to Nowitzki for the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Thunder. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Steven Adams. Laverne comes in for Sabonis. Grant, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Abrinas subbed in for Oladipo. The Thunder leading by 3. Pass to Laverne. 1:05 left to play in the third. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Well, Thunder have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Westbrook dishes to Cantor, and it's good for 2. And the Thunder lead by 5.
With a number of go-to moves and a soft touch, Cantor can crush you inside.
Nowitzki with the screen on Westbrook. Down low. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter.
Yeah, easy call.
And the Thunder, one of the best shooting teams in the league. And if they don't get you with that first shot, they have guys inside prepared for those misses to hurt you the second time around.
And he knocks down the first one. And you look at the Thunder's work on second effort plays. Brent, a lot of big bodies in their front court who don't mind throwing their weight around.
Well, Russell Westbrook himself is a phenomenal rebounding guard, but I think what happens too is that players on OKC set themselves up in great position to clean up any misses.
Good on both.
Always a steady hand there at the free throw line.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Abrinas. Back to Westbrook. Grant outside. Back to Westbrook. And locked Lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, you can guess right or you can guess wrong. And with Westbrook, many times defenders are wrong.
2.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
The first free throw is good. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Now Gibson. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Nowitzki outside. 2 on the clock. Yep, it counts. Nowitzki's got 9 points now in just the 2nd half.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Thunder lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the load. It's not just one-on-one defense, it's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening?
You know, you also have to credit the other team. I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. They've got Nowitzki. Harrison Barnes is out there with Matthews. And it's Gibson in at the 1 spot. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Nowitzki. Oklahoma City shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Cantor, the pass to Grant. Barnes grabs the miss.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Westbrook. Almost, but it rolls out. Westbrook's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Here's Barnes. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Now is not the time to be giving him that kind of shot.
Well, there never really is, but you're right, especially coming down the stretch of a tight game. He's a guy you got to pay much closer attention to defensively.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Sabonis, he's checked in for Laverne. Roberson comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Oladipo in for Kristoff. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. This is a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
And Roberson kicks to Oladipo. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter. Outside Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Here's Curry. On the wing, Barnes. Unloads from 13. Here's Nowitzki, and it's denied. Westbrook wide open. He fires. There's Sabonis, and it's sent back by Bogut.
And with that condor-like wingspan, Bogut says,
Barnes with another miss. Oklahoma City leading by 3. The pass to Sabonis, and it's sent back by Bogut. 54 seconds left in the game. Curry kicks to Barnes, to the inside. Bogut. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
and you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The first one, and that brings them within 2 here.
An NBA all-rookie first team, and then much later, an NBA champion. Bogut's had every other kind of season in between.
Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. Knocks down the trifecta.
Confidence shown from Oladipo. He wants that shot in that moment.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 5. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
Here's Barnes. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And you won't find many centers with better passing ability than Bogut.
Westbrook against Curry. And it's Westbrook missing. Here's Dallas.
They have a chance to tie it up.
That next shot has to come from behind the arc. Only a 3 is going to save him.
Curry can't get it to go. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And a quick bucket and a foul is really the only option at this point.
Yeah, let's forget about how to foul and concern ourselves with who to foul.
And Nowitzki has it in the corner. Sinks it, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
That is showing a very steady hand with the pressure dialed to 11.
And that one falls for Nowitzki.
He really relished these moments, and he loves those pressure situations.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Two shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're behind by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
I'm not so sure. There's not a whole lot of time to play around with. I think they look for the 3 and try to tie this thing up.
Seconds left in the game. It's Curry outside. No good from 3-point territory. Misses the 3. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job of, all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan. Russell Westbrook. Everything his team asked of him, he delivered, which obviously isn't a surprise, but that makes it no less a beautiful thing to watch.
Russell Westbrook is always on fire, but something tonight put kerosene on it. And the passion and intensity that he plays at, he's never going to be stopped once the fire is burning. What a competitor. An amazing game for him tonight.
What a huge lift he got from the crowd tonight. There's nothing those fans love more than seeing this guy get hot. And he was so hot, I got to get up right now, Ernie. My seat is hot. Oh.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.